We are here today with
I guess,
Hachi?
Hachi, yeah, that works.
Yeah. He goes by Hachi in the online spaces, and he's over today because we've known each other for how long now?
2 years, yeah.
Now we kind of have a casual dynamic, in my opinion. So he's been on one of my live streams, he's on a few videos, we're going to be filming after this. How did you get into your kinks and fetishes?
Kinks in general, I feel like going back all the way to like being a kid, growing up on the early internet, seeing AES bondage like videos like online.
And for people who don't know what that is, what is that?
A fetish production company that would do like damsel in distress type bondage. It would be women like tied down, like not too sexual, like breasts exposed, but like inescapable bondage, always completely helpless. And watching that growing up, I'd always be like, that's me. I'm helpless like them.
You are helpless like them. You are a damsel in distress. So Hachi loves like rope ties, bondage of any sort, overstimulation. Some of my favorite things. So we have a good chemistry. How has that like developed over time for you?
It's interesting, like when I first started entering the kink space for real in New York City, I feel like I was like trying everything out to like a really wide degree, which was definitely worthwhile. Like I was happy to experience so many like different types of submission. But I feel like the last couple of years, like I've really doubled down on some of my favorite things, just being like extreme restraint, like maximum like brainlessness like in a session.
Maximum gooning, maximum like eyes roll to the back of your head.
Like a combination of like a little bit of pain and overloading like pleasure, I feel like is like the perfect balance for me.
I mean, that sounds really good to me personally. How is it for you sort of coming to terms with this part of your sexuality? Because I know a lot of like cis-het presenting men can really struggle with it. Like, what's your journey been like for that?
I feel like the big struggle for me before I really like entered the kink space was like finding partners who could like mirror back the sort of like energy that I wanted to bring to like the bedroom a little bit. And I would feel like I had to kind of like suppress that a little bit and like not go all the way down the path that I wanted to. And I feel like kind of going into the submission space and like doing that with like people who are more like professional and like good at what they do kind of taught me like, oh, there is like this big community for it, and like there is like a whole bunch of people, there are a whole lot of people who like exist on a spectrum of like domination and submission, and it can be like a lot of different things, and there are a lot of people who are open-minded to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think at the end of the day, it really is about finding your right group of friends and people and developing really good chemistry no matter where you're at. If you don't mind saying, like, what do you do for work? Like, what does your civilian life look like outside of this?
My civilian life is tech, and I can say that like I do a little bit of computer hacking, and that's a lot of fun. I feel like that kind of like ties into the same mindset, like being a little bit like pushing boundaries in a certain space is always fun. And I feel like that crosses over into my professional and personal lives.
Yeah, you're an edgy boy. You're an edgy boy. I think people can tell. Like, look at that t-shirt you're wearing and like all the jewelry you have on. Whenever I have potential cybersecurity issues, Hachi's the one that I reach out to for it, because if there's anyone who is trying to fuck with me, he's a guard dog that's going to be going after you. So watch out for that. Is there anything that you would like my audience to know about you?
I'm kind of a little slutty. And
I mean, it's obvious.
And I mean, you know, I'm just kind of like a normal person, same as everybody else. I feel like, you know, maybe there are some stigmas associated with like being a sub in some ways. It's just a chill thing that anybody can do, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really is. I think people assume that individuals who are into extreme kinks and fetishes are like not well adjusted, but in my experience, the ones who are really good at it, they tend to be obviously like good at their career, they have a solid community, they just kind of enjoy like the full spectrum and intensity of life. and doing things vanilla all the time just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, it's more fun to have more fun.
It is more fun to have more fun. So for anyone who is on the fence, like you really should just, dip your toe into it, jump right in. And I also really love all the little outfits that you put on. He has his own OnlyFans actually. Is that a career or is it just for fun?
It's just like a place to coexist with other creators.
I see your slutty outfits there, all of the little cow outfits and maid stuff that you put on. It's so cute. I love it when subs dress up.
Oh, I'm sure all of your audience is also anime fans. But if you've ever wanted to try on a fun anime outfit, being tied up in it is probably the best way to.
Did you bring anything for today?
I did.
Okay, we gotta do it for next time. We gotta do it for next time. Yeah, I would love to actually do a Sailor Moon type of cosplay shoot one of these days. It would have been so good for Halloween, but. We have time. What anime do you like to watch?
I feel like the biggest ones that I'm like actively watching right now aren't really like super great. Like I was big into JJK, but right now I'm reading a lot of Chainsaw Man and One Piece. So I'm kind of a basic shonen enjoyer.
Yeah, just a little basic bitch, From what I've heard, the ending of it wasn't that good, so I haven't really watched it recently. But I know we talked about this like last week when we were practicing rope. But
it wasn't great, but I liked it, even though it wasn't very good.
Are you watching Don?
I haven't started yet.
Okay, that's really good.
I definitely love that.
Kind of a kinky first episode. There's alien abduction, stuff happening in episode 1. I think you'll like. You'll be like, I'm the girl. I'm right there. I'm the one with my. That's the legs spread open right now.
If there's any tentacles, I feel like I'm the one getting grabbed by them.
No tentacles in episode 1, but I think you should keep your eyes out, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hentai of it very soon. And to end things, I think I should grace you with a slap before we start. Get on your knees, actually. Yeah. Good boy. So cute. Look at those pretty green eyes. Are you ready to shoot?
Yes.
Good.